Hi everybody, good morning. It's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and I am in my Skulls and Roses old faded pajamas because it's cold here in Okie Dokie, and I was cold at night, so I had to put on my old faded pajamas. But it doesn't have, it's missing a button at the top, so I have to keep doing this because I don't want to be racy. I'm not racy. Well, I just got back from Texas where I got a good case of bronchitis, a good case of laryngitis, and I actually had those before I went down to Texas, so I infected everyone. But people they're not infected, they're fine. But I got those just before we left, so the trip was not, I was tired most of the time, and when I was taking pills for it and everything, but my voice was pretty scratchy. You can still kind of hear it in my voice. But anywho, I went book shopping. So I've got a book haul to show you, which I'm very excited about. I went to Half Price Books. And first I want to show you this tote that I got from Half Price Books. That was $1.50. What a deal. Oops. What a deal. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what I got. Let's see. It was kind of slim pickings. It was Black Friday that I went, and it was crowded. But I got some Cherry Ames for my collection. So I got Cherry Ames. This is Private Duty Nurse. So I don't know what's going on in this one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this one. I just know that she's private duty nurse. And so that must mean that she's private duty for someone who's wealthy or something like that. So, but I love it. I love it. Yay. Then I got another Cherry Ames staff nurse. She's a staff nurse here. See, there's staff. And she's part of that staff. And I just love her. Look, there's a little candy shopper. This was $15. And this was, see how much this was. Denise had it. This was also $15. So $30 to Cherry Ames, but I gladly gave the money over. I gave it over freely, happily, as if it meant nothing. But it does mean a lot. And then I got this one, which I don't know anything about, but I loved the cover. It's called True to You. It was $10. It's about, oh God, here comes Bob. Let's hope that Bob doesn't knock anything over. It was 1963, and it's got titles of Bob. Hold on just a second. Let me pause a moment. There. Bob is not nearly as destructive as Twitch can be, and Twitch has also entered the room. But anyway, it looks like a love story. It looks like a teen love story. And it's got these great chapter names like Dreaded Day, The Little Monsters, Kitchen Date. Kitchen date. That's what I like to say to my husband. I'm like, we have a kitchen date. And that just means we have to clean it up. But I'm sure in this book it will be different. Kitchen date will be different. Okay, what else I got? Oh, I got this, which this one was an awesome find. I'd never even heard of this. The Professor by Charlotte Bronte. The Professor was Charlotte Bronte's first novel, completed as early as 1846. The central character is the reserved William Crimsworth, an English teacher at an all-girls school in Brussels who falls in love with one of his pupils. Now, because it says in here, she would later rework the story to make it Villette, which was one of my all-time favorites. I love Villette. But if this is the basis of Villette, I cannot wait to get a hold of this. I may do a Classics January. I haven't decided yet. I know I've got some book tags coming up, and I got to do my Secret Santas, and I need to kind of have some planning for the next year. I don't like to do a lot of planning because I'm such a mood reader, but I might do a Classics January. I might do that. I know you're like, don't threaten me. And then I've heard of this one, but I've never found a good copy of it. So this one is Shirley, also by Charlotte Bronte. And this was the second novel after Jane Eyre. And you know how much I love Jane. And so this one is about Caroline. Oh, Caroline's misery contrasts with Shirley's strong-willed independence. And so I cannot wait to read Shirley. So it might be a Bronte January. I have a cross-stitch Bronte piece, which I could do. It might be a Bronte January, or a Classics January, or a Classics Bronte January. I don't know. It might be one of those things. We'll have to wait and see. Stay tuned. What else did I get? Oh, this looks good, doesn't it? Look at this one. I got Phyllis A. Whitney. I got Snowfire. Look, and she's running from the house. Here's a great picture of Phyllis A. Can you see her? She's got her typewriter there. I almost asked for a typewriter for Christmas. I almost did. But then I thought, oh, where am I going to put it and everything like that. And you know, I'm still writing my haunted house Christmas story, and I need to keep you up to date on that. And then I'm taking part in the Christmas ghost story reading, which I need to keep you up to date on that. And and my buddy read with Heather, my dear friend Heather. We're reading The House on the Strand by Daphne du Maurier. And so I've got a lot of reading things going on. Oop, there goes my voice again. Okay, last one. Is this the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. I couldn't resist this one. This one is called Consider Miss Lily. And this is about a woman whose father is a minister, but she wants to be an actress. And this was done in 1962, copyright 1962. And I am really, really hoping we get a lot of clothes description, because mid-century modern is my favorite clothing period, my favorite fashion era. And so I'm really hoping that we get a lot of clothing descriptions. Hold on a second. Hi, I'm back. I had to help Mom with her phone. So anyway, these are the books that I got. Consider Miss Lily. Get that fixed a little, put it back in my $1.50 tote bag. Snowfire by Phyllis A. Whitney, which just doesn't it look great, like a great winter gothic? Shirley by Charlotte Bronte. The Professor by Charlotte Bronte. True to You with Kitchen Date. There's a chapter in here called Kitchen Date. Don't forget that. Isn't it just a beautiful cover, though? It was $10, but I just cannot wait to get into that one. And then for my collection, Cherry Ames Private Duty Nurse. Get in there so you can see Cherry. And Cherry Ames Staff Nurse. So I've got tags coming up. I've got Secret Santa coming up. I'm doing a buddy read with Heather, The House on the Strand, which is coming amazingly well. I'm loving this book. And I don't know, I just have a lot of exciting things coming up. And thanks for bearing with my croaky voice. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Leave me comments. You know how much I love the comments. And I will check you later.